Hey, so I'm sitting here asking myself, what should they do about Bray Wyatt? Now, everybody know I'm a wrestling fan. If you don't know, I am a WWE fan. I'm a wrestling fan in general. Been that way since I was a kid, since my dad used to take me to the wrestling matches and everything. So I am a fan of wrestling. And my people asking, Rob, what you think should be done with Bray Wyatt now that he's been totally deleted by Matt Hardy and been dropped in the pool of resurrection. Well, here's what I think. I think he should come out of that pool of resurrection, going back to the Hawaiian shirt, hat wearing Bray Wyatt, the so-called cult leader, the one who have the spell on him, the one who have taken away Undertaker powers and Kane powers. Now that these two people are getting ready to retire, there should be some way to have him officially get both of them powers, the fire and the lightning and everything. Now, once he come out of that resurrection, I believe he should be paired up with Braun Strowman to win the tag team titles. Now, through that pairing up, Braun Strowman realized his connection with Bray Wyatt. And somehow, some way, Bray Wyatt put Braun Strowman under his spell. Now, this would prove very lethal and very powerful when it comes to the future Universal title shot that Braun should be able to have within the next 90 days after WrestleMania. So what I think should happen is they should win the tag titles, become the Raw Tag Team Champions, but through the power of Bray Wyatt's spells, he controls Braun Strowman to win the Universal title, but Braun Strowman will not hold the title in his hand. Bray Wyatt will hold the title in his hand. Bray Wyatt will hold the Universal title in his hand and the tag titles in his hand. He will be using Braun Strowman as his proxy. Now, after a while, that'll get old, and Braun will turn on Bray, but not yet. At the same time, Bray Wyatt should have the ability to walk on the set of SmackDown and call the Bludgeon Brothers back into his order again, part of the Wyatt family, but still call the Bludgeon Brothers, and win the tag team titles there. Now, there's going to be a superstar shakeup, and in that superstar shakeup, Bray may end up going back to the he may end up going back to SmackDown. And as a SmackDown character, he can use the Bludgeon Brothers to help him personally win the world title. Now, let me recap what we should do with Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman become the tag team champions. Okay? They become the tag team champions on the Raw brand. At the same time, Bray put Braun Strowman under his spell again as his cult leader and used him as a proxy to win the Universal title. And that, winning the Universal title, he becomes the champion. Actually, Braun becomes the champion, but he will hold the title. Him and Braun will hold the title, Universal title, and the tag team titles together. They will take their power and influence and begin to show up on the Raw, SmackDown Invasion and help the Bludgeon Brothers win the tag team titles from the Usos, giving them majority of all the gold but the SmackDown title. Now, how they would get the SmackDown title, I do not know, unless there's a shakeup and Bray Wyatt end up going back to SmackDown. The thing about it, he wouldn't necessarily have to relinquish the Universal title because it's technically Braun, and Braun will remain on the Raw brand, and he can show up as Braun manager or whatever. They can't stop him from being his manager. But they may lose the tag team titles with him going over to SmackDown. So I don't know how they can capture the Raw World title, but this is a plan where they can capture together as Braun's surprise tag team partner, Bray Wyatt. They win the tag team titles, but all of a sudden Bray Wyatt put Braun on his spell, and he would be like a Paul Heyman to Braun Strowman and promote him to get the world title, the Universal title. Braun Strowman will win the world Universal title, but Bray Wyatt will hold it on his shoulder. He will have both titles on his both the world title on his shoulder. He will have both the Universal title on his shoulder and the Raw Tag Team titles on his shoulder. Braun won't hold them on his shoulder. Braun will walk behind Bray Wyatt at every event, while Bray Wyatt hold the Universal Championship around his waist and both tag team titles. Again, Braun would be the champion, but he will not hold a belt. Through the power of his cult leader spell, Braun will be behind him without a general thought on his own. He will be totally sold out to Bray Wyatt. But yet Braun will have the title, the Universal title, but Bray Wyatt would hold it.